Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. Jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
I be on another level.
What's going on? I am 2014 Hall of Famer Lita, and you are watching Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor.
Notorious, we notorious, yeah we notorious, yeah we some warriors, out here feeling glorious, yeah we notorious.
I be on another level.
What's going on, boys and girls? My name is Killer Cross, the People's Executioner, the RPW World Heavyweight Champion, the MLW World Heavyweight Champion, and the ACW World Heavyweight Champion, and the World Heavyweight Champion of HorrorHound Convention. I have all the championships. I got a problem. I need them all. This is Pokemon, all right? Gotta catch them all! You are watching Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. Tick-tock.
Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get home, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit cause I got my own now. I get home, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
I be on another level.
Hello, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are tuned into Turnbuckles and Spilled Liquor Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Man, you know that I'm the jet, homie. What you expect? I'm the man, it's nothing less. Man, you know that boy's next. I don't live with no regrets. Get the money, cut the check. Got the muscle, bet the flex. Got my move on overstep. Now who the best? I got the money in the cash. Get the jet on overlast. You know overcast. I'm fly, available. Money so relatable. Get it in the day or two. Let me just explain to you. Fly than the rest of them. Jetting standing next to them. The future cut the check for him. Steady calls a rep for him. Fly than the rest of them. Jetting standing next to him. The future cut the check for him. Steady calls a rep for them. Taking off the jet. The vision is coming for next. Check. Taking off the jet. You headed to talk from the
Maybach music.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
Get ready! Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, buddy. here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on Spilt liquor.
Yeah, every bar's holy, straight divinity. Great stability with ancient wizardry. God goes writing on the page after I prayed, he visits me. My frame is spiritually plateauing when angels lifted me.
Yo, what's good with my people tonight? Welcome to Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. I am your host, Lito, with my co-host, Sinista1. What's good, brother?
What's up, bro? A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff going on, man. Just got done with drafting the circuits.
Word.
NHRA Rob Flynn was on tonight, so thank you, Rob Flynn, for coming on drafting the circuits. Good time.
Okay. Word. You know what I'm saying? Very, very interesting, man. Great weekend this weekend. We'll get into it here soon.
Hold on. Hold on. This weekend was the epitome of what's your podcast doing, bruh? A lot of people out here doing podcasts. They talking it up. They're saying whatever they're doing. What is your podcast doing? Was it at HorrorHound getting drops from Mick Foley and several other people? Were you at WWE Boston Raw? Stop it. What is your podcast doing? We ask that question week after week after week. Tune in. This is where it's at. Yo, it's
Facts.
only going to keep rolling, bro.
It's only going to keep growing and keep getting bigger, for sure. We haven't even scratched the surface yet.
We haven't even done New England Fanfest yet, bro.
Yeah. That's going to be crazy, too. That's a whole nother situation. 100%. It's crazy. Before we get into the amazing weekend that we had, y'all know I do like Arc Raider stories, so I got a quick one. Right? So me and my guys, we play Arc Raiders, you know what I'm saying? And Sinister was not in this one, right? So we played 2 games.
Thank God.
First game, me, one of my guy Jermaine, who my guy Jermaine, who went to HorrorHound with me this weekend, and he helped with the photos, and he helped get some footage and stuff for me. Shout out to Jermaine. He has his own podcast. It's called Respectfully a Podcast. I want to make sure I get that right. And y'all, it's you can hear it on Spotify. You can hear it on Apple Podcasts. You can watch it on YouTube. My guy Jermaine and my guy Keith, right? So we are on here, right? And so me and Jermaine, like everyone else, when you go out, it's the 3 of y'all. You want to kind of stick together. Reason being is because if you don't stick together, what can end up happening is, if there are other raiders out there who are literally in the game just to try to rob you or whatever for whatever you have, at least the 3 of y'all together and y'all can help each other out. And most of the time, I'm with people who got better guns than me. That's just what it is. Right? So I'm out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing the backfield. Like, guys go before me, they got better guns. My gun is going to help out that gun or whatever. Like, I don't have the superpower guns or whatever. So anyhow, we load in. Me and Jermaine are talking. I think this was it was a hurricane on this specific stage. So we running together. Keith decides to run a totally opposite way than we're going, right?
Not Keith Sinista1.
Not Sinista1.
Yeah.
There's another Keith, right? So I see him to the right of my screen, like, where's he going? I'm like, where's he going? I'm like, okay, maybe he just going to loot a little spot or whatever. Me and Jermaine running together, right? We running to the same spot. All of a sudden, you hear, I'm down, I'm down. I said, what? I said, bro, why did you leave us? You supposed to be with us. Why did you leave to go to a different, like, you left where we were, and now you're down. So from where he was from us, he was nowhere. We couldn't get to him in time. Like, there was no way. And because they saw him, they knew he wasn't by himself. So guess what they did? They decided they were going to look for us. They were going to hunt us, right? And they had super power guns. Super power guns, right? So in essence, we're trying to hide from Ark, and we're trying to hide from these guys. And all of a sudden, the guy had a sniper rifle. He hit Jermaine one time. Pew! Maine went down. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm trying to pick him up. This other guy came around the side. I threw a grenade at him. Wasn't enough. Pick me off. Pow, pow. And then they do the insult to injury. When they walk up on you, and then they just put their fist out like this. And they punch you, and then you're dead, right? I got so mad, everybody was quiet for like 10 minutes, right? We load back in this second one. Blue Gate. We're on Blue Gate this time. We're all cool. Everything's cool. I'm like, yo, no more of that, man. Stick together. Let's not. He runs off for a minute, right? But he's trying to do one of his quests or whatever. Next thing I know, Keith. Next thing I know, listen, Sinister, we go around, and this guy is, I guess he starts to shoot at Maine out the blue. Well, Maine seen the three of these guys together, all three of them plotting. Maine sneaks up behind these guys. He pops all three of them. Pow, 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 pow. Next thing you know, they're all down, bro. I said, oh, shoot. It was 5 of them, right? I'm like, uh-oh. 5 guys are down. They were just all, and then they're crawling around talking about friendly. Man was like, bro, he was like, he not friendly, bro. I said, he not friendly. I pulled out my Enveil. Bow. Finished him off, bro. The other 4 got finished off. Bro, we looted the you know what out of them, bro. I got a volcano. I got a what's that? Cobalt, or what's that gun? A combat.
Coletta?
Yes. Listen, we got everything that they had, bro. Everything. They had everything, and we got it all. And then that's why he sent that message today in the and I said, yep, we got to do what we had to do it. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't trying to do that, but they was trying to kill us again, bro, and we was not about to lose what we had. So in this part, we got, it was like one of them things where we got them before they got us, kind of thing. Bro, it was 5 of them. We killed all 5 of them. And then we had so much stuff, bro, that it was like, you know what? We got to leave. We got to get out of here because we see 5. There's somebody else in here, and he might not know his guys are down yet. We got to get out of here, okay? But check this out, though, Keith. We go, and we're trying to get out, and there's a leaper right next to. So I'm like, oh, shucky ducky quack quack, right? I go. They hit the button. We had to go hide. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. This leaper is not gonna let me get out of here. it was like, so something happened, and the two of them ran, and it was some other guys on there. I might be talking about a different match, but there was some other guys on there, and they closed it before I can get in. I had to run back. I said, bro, y'all gone? They said, yeah. I said, oh no, it's me and this leaper. Thank God that they had these little, I know you've seen them, so they had like these trash cans where it's like you can fit in the between, and the leaper can't get to you.
Yep.
So I ran up, pressed the button, ran back. I'm hiding. I'm like, he can't see me. And Keith was like, yes, he can. So I had to get in between the trash can thing, right? Soon as it opened, Keith was like, go. I book it. Running fast. I jump in there, hit the button, and I get out of here with everything I got. Fun times playing Arc Raiders, which will be continued tonight, y'all. After this is over with. So where we want to start? We want to start with HorrorHound weekend. What you gotta ask me, Keith? What you want me to tell the people? Where should I start?
I mean, it started right out the gate. You know, you get there, you know, and you start texting me stuff right out the gate. And you know, Kevin's never really dealt with me when shit's really popping. So Kevin sends me the first little clip. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, he's like, I'm sending it to you now. So he sent me the clip.
The first clip was the biggest clip. Let's say that.
You know, so the Mick Foley clip was on point, and I put that shit up right away. As soon as Kevin sent them anything that he was sending to me, I'm like, okay, this is how it's gonna be all weekend. Whatever he sends me, I'm gonna get it set up. The template's gonna be set up, and it's gonna get posted, and it's gonna go up all weekend. And it got posted, it went up, and we rolled with it. And I want to thank everybody for showing love. We posted it up there, and you know, it's been doing good. But you know, when you get a chance to have the three people who did do drops this weekend for us, it wasn't like these independents. You got two Hall of Famers and a future Hall of Famer doing drops for your show, and it's on point.
Facts.
It's on point. It's on point.
No
and
doubt.
If you're just tuning into this podcast right now, you're like, oh, okay. Okay.
Nah, for real. It went down this weekend. So we go on a Friday. Me and Keith went on a Friday first, like to just peep the scenery, see how everything was. So me and my guy, we went on a Friday. We go up in there. He's like, well, what you want me to do today? Anything you want me to do? I said, you know, we just gonna peep everything, see where everybody at. If the opportunity presents itself, I'll go up. I'll introduce myself. And, you know, I said, I'm going to buy some stuff because what I've realized is that's a way to connect with them on some level. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you show love and then they'll do whatever, you know what I'm saying, for you. Even give you contact information for their manager or whatever, which we have to send that we have to send an email to Killer Cross's.
Are you done?
Oh, okay, word. Cool.
That was done when I cut the video and sent the video to him. Done. Next.
So on top of that, so Friday, Mick Foley doesn't have a long line at all. I'm like,
which is crazy.
Word.
That's crazy, bro.
I get in line. I said, yo, I got my fig. I go, the lady that's so nice, I think she might, I don't know if he's married or she was somebody related to him, I believe. And then the other young lady, I think that was his daughter. I said, I have an action figure for him to sign. Like, how much? She told me the price. I said, cool. Pull my action figure out, which is this. I'm going to see if y'all can see it. It's kind of like the light.
You got to spin it. Is that just the side?
Yeah, that was just the side.
There you go. Yeah, we can see it. There you go.
Yeah. So, which that is a Defining Moments Mankind ringside exclusive Defining Moments Mankind action figure when he got threw off of the Hell in a Cell, and the tooth was in his nose. That's that same action figure. The figure actually has a tooth in the nose on it, which is insane. Anyway, so I go up to Mick and I introduce myself, say, hey, I got a wrestling podcast. So he looked at me and he started smiling, right? He knew I was about to ask him, like, you know, to come on the podcast. And he said, I said, I have a wrestling podcast. He said, right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to him and I said, you know, so I just want to know how I can get you on as a guest of ours, because we would love to have you on. He's like, well, here's the thing. I have, you know, a bunch of friends who have podcasts, and for 30 years they've been trying to get me on their podcast. And if I do yours and I haven't done theirs, they'd be very mad at me, right? I said, fair. I understand that. And so I said, okay, how about this? Can you just give me a drop for my podcast? He said, sure. What's the name of your podcast? Pulled out my lanyard, showed him my lanyard, and he was reading it. I said, it's Turnbuckles and Spilt liquor. So, you know, he said it the proper way, spilled liquor, which is cool. I wasn't tripping. Sound good to me. So I pull out my my phone and I get to recording, and he's recording it. And he said, you know, this is Hall of Famer Mick Foley, and you're tuned in to Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor podcast. Yeah. And it was just so dope. And I was like, thank you. He's like, yes, sir, no problem. And I was like, damn, that's dope. So right next to him is Killer Cross and Scarlett. So I'm like, okay, Scarlett, Killer Cross, nobody's at their table.
What?
I came up on him. I said, yo.
Crazy.
I said, bro, they do not know who you are, brother. I know you. I know who you are. I know what you do. I followed your career since the beginning. He said, thank you, bro. And I just, you know, we were just talking. I said, I want to know how I can get you on my podcast. So he was talking, he was being funny, like, well, I'm going to go to jail tonight. So, you know, just make sure you get me out. You know, he was, you know, being funny, small talk. And I said, well, I want to support, bro. I seen his book, which is here. Get back in the light. Life is Fighting, by Kevin Robert Kesser, right? I said, how much is your book? He told me how much his book was, and he said you get autographed by myself and Scarlett. I said, what? I said, here, let me get that. He signed it, and so did his wife, right? And once he signed it as well as his wife, after that, I told him, I said, I'm going to be here all weekend, bro. So he recognized that he was going to see me again. He was like, all right, cool. So I made sure I put that in his brain that he's going to see me again. Lito wasn't there yet. Lito was only there for Saturday and Sunday. So fast forward, we seen a bunch of other things too. We videotaped, you know, shot a lot of other content, which is on my Instagram page, KJ the Collector. Put a lot of it on there. Keith, if you want me to send it to you, I can send you the videos that I put together, and we can put it on the so on top of that, so I, you know, Jermaine knew like what to look for. I'm like, tomorrow it's gonna be crazy. So I'm just telling you, like, it's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff going on. We're gonna be here. We can get here like 5 hours. We'll probably be here, and because we don't gotta stay to the very end, we go in there for 5 hours, get it in, and then we can bounce. He's like, all right, cool. We get in there. I go back to see. I go back down the aisle where the wrestlers were, and Lita's there now. And Killer Cross sees me, so he's chucking the deuces. And Mick Foley remembered me or whatever. And I told him, I said, thank you for that drop yesterday. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. He was super cool, and so I hung around for Cross again just to talk to him a moment, and I said, hey, sometime today before we leave, can I get you to do a drop for me? But this was after I went to Lita and she signed this. She signed that to Kevin. You see that? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I went and got the protective thing for it. So this thing is protected. You know what I'm saying? So she signed that to Kevin. And I said, hey, Lita, whose real name is Amy, if y'all don't know that.
Amy Dumas?
Yep. She is Machette Girl on Instagram. And so I said, can you do a drop from my wrestling podcast? She said, sure. I said, okay, cool. Gave her my one of the mics, and she did it, knocked it out, boom, sent it right to Sinister. Right after I was done. Jermaine said he looked on Facebook. He said, damn, Sinister be getting them shits up fast as hell. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, bro. I said before I send this to him, I said, well, for the Mick Foley one, I said before I send this to him, I'm gonna FaceTime him because I want to see his face when I send this to him. And when he got the Mick, so I FaceTimed him and showed him the Mick Foley one. He's like, oh shit. Sinister get hype, y'all. Straight up, you don't be playing no games. Then when I sent him the Lito one,
and the funny thing is, too, people, if you've seen the drops, it's not like I was just like everybody else and just threw the lazy raw video up. I put the intro, the music. I was working, bruh. I was in producer mode, bro. Producer mode. I wasn't fucking. No, real talk. I wasn't fucking around. Because these were major. These were major.
Yeah,
these were major, bro.
Facts. So fast forward, I sent him the Lito one, and like he was hype about it, right? So, but I didn't FaceTime him for that one. I FaceTimed him for the Killer Cross one. Again, Killer Cross cut a promo on our shit. Like, he literally cut a promo, and at the end of it, he said, "Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor podcast, TikTok." Killed it. After he did that, and I went down to the underground downstairs, and they had some stuff going on down there. It wasn't a bunch of masks this time. I think they only bring those out for September, so that'll be again
right.
If you're able to come.
That's Halloween. They're getting gearing up for the Halloween season.
Yeah. If you come back again this year for the September one, it'll be that. I'm wondering who they're gonna bring this time, and because Miss Dasha didn't come this time, she's probably gonna make it up in September.
Don't tempt me with a good time, bro. Don't tempt me with a good time.
And also, so I went down to the underground. I got some interviews. 2 people down there. I got an interview of an artist up top. Got some. I got 2 interviews up top. One with an artist and one with a clothing line. And they're cool. They actually followed us on Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor. I have to go on her thing and follow her back because she followed us recently. And then, man, we got a little bite to eat. You remember that candy, them independent candy people that was in the cafeteria?
Yeah, the lady, the black
girl. They were back
yeah.
again. Yeah.
Okay. I
bought some, I support it. It's a black business, so I support it for sure. And, yeah, we took some pictures of Ralph Macchio, took some pictures of William Zapka. Yep. Didn't get a chance to see Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard's line Astronomical.
Because Scream just came out.
Astronomical. David Arquette couldn't get to him. Jamie Kennedy, we did see him, but you couldn't get to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Dillon. I'm sorry, Kevin Dillon. He was there. His line wasn't even crazy, which was crazy to me. Yeah, Kevin Dillon.
I would have loved to have gotten to see him.
Yeah, I didn't know enough about him. You know what I mean? As far as like, because I didn't watch Entourage.
Matt Dillon's brother. So
okay.
He plays. So if you watch Entourage, the show is a badass show, but it's loosely based on Mark Wahlberg's career.
Oh, really? Okay.
Turtle and Kevin Dillon. Kevin Dillon is the brother of Mark Wahlberg, which would so it would be like his character is really Donnie Wahlberg. You know.
Okay. See, I never watched it. So
yeah. So during this whole thing, his brothers is this big star because Mark Wahlberg blew up first. And his brother was always trying to get these roles, but he kept getting like these little roles. And as we all know, he's on Blue Bloods now. And then he's got the Boston spinoff now. So, he's doing his own thing now, Donnie Wahlberg. So,
yep. So, seeing him, Jermaine was like, should I go over there? He was kind of like, I don't think he's ever been like a part of something like that, like actually being able to go up and meet like the celebrities and stuff, so he was kind of like apprehensive. I was like, bro, go over there and get an interview and we can just use it for the... He's like, nah, I'm cool. But he knew who he was because he watched Entourage. I'm like, bro, go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can use that for the
show. I would have definitely went on there. I would have definitely went and chopped it up with him because he was his character was one of the better characters. I mean, all four of the characters on that show were great characters. But the Kevin Dillon character was comedic. He was just a great character. He was in a movie. He was super funny in it. I forget the name of the movie that he was in. And Kevin Dillon's always been this funny dude. I've liked him as an actor. I've always liked him. So.
But yeah, so we had a great time. Everybody was super cool. And got a lot of, I don't know how many videos I've uploaded so far to my TikTok. It's probably been, I can tell you, it's been quite a few. And my TikTok, by the way, for everyone, is KJ the Fig Collector. I've uploaded 8 videos so far, and I still got a few more left to do. So. Yeah, man. We got some good stuff. And 8 videos, and some of them are just like photos that are like a collage together. Yeah, so make sure y'all follow me, KJ the Fig Collector on TikTok and KJ the Collector on Instagram. That's what we do. So yeah, after that day was cool. Everything was good. Got everything that we needed. I went and interviewed, like I said, I interviewed about 4 people total.
Mm-hmm.
And just real quick, they told me what they did, and I'll put those videos up on my social media as well. And yeah, man. So after that, had a great time. I know they're going to want us back again. You know what I mean? So this is our second time being there, and every time everything's always going well. So no issues. So yeah, great times. Soon we'll have Killer Cross on here, y'all. Hell, we probably should reach out again just to see, when his when he's free. Cause we talked to so much. I was like, bro, like we family now. He was like, and when we signed my book, he was like, oh, this is easy. This is to Kevin. And then Scarlett was like,
because his name is Kevin.
Yeah. And then Scarlett was like, Oh, his name's Kevin? She said, oh, I like Kevin. I was like, yeah, we good people. So, yeah, man. Killer Cross, one of the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. Straight up. Talked to everyone. He was very, very... I seen the way he interacted with people on Saturday. I mean, I'm sure if HorrorHound wants him back, he'll go back. I mean, he had a great time. And, yeah, for sure. And I believe in September they'll probably have... So how many wrestlers did they have last September? It was Luger, Shotzi, the Hardys, and... Was that it?
Sting.
Oh, yeah, Sting. But we didn't get a chance to see Sting because Sting came for an hour and he was out of there. Oh, and they were supposed to be Jerry Lawler, but he canceled. So they were supposed to have,
that was the stroke or something. There was something else.
Oh, that's
was
when,
a medical
okay.
thing.
Gotcha. So it was 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was supposed to be 6. It ended up being 5. So maybe in September we'll get 6 people again, and you know, it'll be what it is. Yeah, so it was just a good time, y'all. I don't even know what else to say. But now I'm going to turn this over to my brother because he had a great Monday.
Well, actually, I before we talk about that, we got to talk about. I got to pull up the site because we have some additions. We have some additions to the New England Fan Fest this week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Okay.
That's royalty. That's legend. That's royalty right there.
Yeah, that's big.
They just announced. I don't know, Kevin, but they have. So last year they had an event with you had breakfast with Gangrel.
Oh yeah, okay.
This year that same company is doing Demolition Diner Breakfast Meet and Greet at IHOP. So you get an exclusively, it's 300. So there's different tiers, 300, 200, and then there's another one here. So you get to sit down, you get to have breakfast with Demolition. You get 2 autographs, and you can bring your own items, no figures.
No figures?
It says no figures right in the thing. No, bring your own items, no figures, which is kind of weird. Because if anybody's gonna bring
trash, I got 2 Demolition. I got Axe and Smash Demolition Mattel action figures, yo.
So that's one of the things they're offering. As I just said, they just announced that they are now going to have Davey Boy Smith Jr. That's wrestling royalty. They just announced.
He sure is.
It's a horror thing. Closed Casket podcast will be in the house. And big up to Joe Brune. Joe Brune just posted 22 hours ago. He said, this is exact words. 2 great podcasts will be appearing at New England Fan Fest 11. So be sure to check out their booths. Guess which 2 podcasts are up there right now as the top 2.
Which 2 is he talking about? Who is he talking about?
It's a horror thing. Closed Casket podcast and Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor. Stop it, bruh.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Shout out to Joe for that. For the plug.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You, Joe.
Shout
Dana
out Joe.
Ray, New England Fan Fest correspondent. She has now been added. Wolf-Eyed Noshobi Naria. She's a wrestler. She's going to be added. Donnie Palmer and AJ Amerheim. Salvatore Wrestling Promotions. A lot of these promotions that I haven't heard of, but we got them. We'll be adding them because we are going to try to get a lot of these people on the show so they can promote. Kayla Lopez, Sarah Jane, Yan O'Kane, a wrestler. I've never heard of him. He looks like he's pretty popular. He does a pro wrestling guide. So they're going to be there. Frankie Kazarian, I think we had announced that he was going to be there.
Yeah.
But he's one of the latest ads. And Jimmy Koderas, which you guys remember, he was for a while there, he was one of the top WWE referees, Jimmy Koderas. So
yeah. And let me say another thing too. I think we passed over something, right? Joe shouted us out because why? He must have seen what we were doing this weekend.
Oh, yeah, because 22 hours ago, he must have
saw.
Oh.
Listen. We got the stamp, baby. When Mick Foley, it's Mick Foley. It's Lita. 2 Hall of Famers in the future. Joe said, oh, shit. Joe looked at it. He said, oh, shit. Like, we need to make sure that we let them know, like, yo, it's going to be 2 major podcasts in the building. We are planning on doing some sort of podcast setup there. I don't know how we're going to do it yet because we don't even know what the space look like. But we need to get him back on here so he maybe can tell us about the space, what the space look like.
Right. Ooh, breaking news, people. And this has nothing to do with wrestling, but me and Kevin are both football fans. But it has been revealed now, for those who've been following the free agency period, here in New England, this guy was on my list for getting signed here. I wanted him here. Defensive end for the Raiders, Max Crosby. As you guys all remember, he was actually traded to the Ravens, and then he didn't pass the team physical. The report is out that this could be done. Max Crosby has a degenerative knee disease in his knee. So Baltimore has refused this trade. He's back with the Raiders. It's a degenerative knee issue that could cause him a possibility that he may not even be able to play in 2026. They're saying that Baltimore's knee imaging is what killed the deal. So obviously when they got that, when he did his physical and then they did the MRI, and they must have been like, no. But here's the thing. This is out there. Kevin, I don't see any other team picking up his contract. He was due to get big money. You can't get money with a degenerative knee issue, not a defensive end who's got to come off the. I don't think so, bro.
I didn't see it being a degenerative issue.
But he had an issue in 2023. He was out in 2023 for the knee. He was out in 2024 for an ankle and knee, and then 2025 he played through
so he's been
he's
been injury prone the last 4 years.
Yep. So if you're out here and you're watching this free agency NFL, Max Crosby is back with the Raiders, but there's a good chance he may not end up on another team. I can't see anybody taking that chance with him.
Well, you haven't met the Tennessee Titans. You haven't met our owner. Amy Adams Strunk will take a chance on Max Crosby. So Max, hey, just to let you know, bro, you still got a home, baby. It's a strong possibility. If you can get on that field even for 5 games. You got a home, baby.
Do you guys really want a Max Crosby?
No, we straight right now. We straight right now.
Okay, I was about to say.
But I'm just saying,
goods.
if it's a low price, I mean, if it's a low price, they'll take a chance on him. Yeah, maybe not this year, but I'm saying down the road. Like, say for instance, if he plays this year and he plays 10 games, it might open back up for him. You never know.
I don't know. I know if I'm a GM, I'm not taking that chance on that dude. If I'm a GM, I like.
Well, you haven't met Amy Adams Strunk yet, so that's. I love my Tennessee Titans, but Amy, she's the team owner, by the way. So, Mark Borgonzi is the GM. Now, if she say Borgonzi make the deal, he gonna be looking at her like, what? Make the deal. Okay, it's your money.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's your money.
Yeah. Straight up.
It's your money. Remember that.
Exactly.
Oh man, craziness.
10 after the hour. You want to go into you gonna talk about Raw?
Yeah, I mean, let's get into it because there's a lot that went on. Big ups to. So it was kind of weird how I ended up going to Raw. What happened was that I had bought tickets for my sons for Christmas presents. I brought 2 tickets to Raw. Raw was announced. It was coming to Boston. I said, okay, you know what I'm going to do for Christmas? I'm going to get my boys some good-ass tickets, 2 good seats to Raw. I wanted to be on the side where, the wrestlers come out. And I strategically bought the tickets. And then, just before Christmas on Black Friday, WWE decides to have a sale on Black Friday and says, hey, if you buy tickets to Raw in Boston, if you buy 3, you get 1 free. So I'm doing the math, and I'm like, bro, I just paid for 2 tickets, and I only got 2 tickets for the same price. So I was mad as hell at the WWE. So I hit up Ticketmaster, and I said, hey, I just saw this promotion. I said, can I trade my tickets and get the buy 3, get 1 free? And they was like, no, you can't get refunds on your tickets. I'm like, what? So they said, what you can do is that you can buy the 3, get the 1 free, and then put the 2 tickets up for what they call is resale inside Ticketmaster. And it says you can put the tickets up and they'll be for sale. And then if anybody buys them, they buy them and you get paid for them. I'm like, okay. So what happens is as the time goes on and we're getting closer and closer, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, this, to be honest, the Boston show is 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. When it hits Boston, we're 20 days away. I'm like, that's going to be a badass, that's going to be a good-ass Raw. But I'm like, Raw hadn't really, the WrestleMania plan hadn't really started up yet. Because we hadn't even gotten the Royal Rumble yet. So then, we get into January, and now I'm kind of like, okay. And then we get into February, and I was like, oh. And then the Obafemi and the Brock Lesnar, and I'm like, oh, I might have. I got to pull these 2 tickets off of resale. So I went in the app. Before they had their first little thing. When they had the stare down at the Royal Rumble, I was like, oh, okay. This is gonna be a Raw thing. I got to get my Raw on because they had put up the dates and said that he was going on tour and these were going to be his dates. So I'm like, okay, he's coming to Boston. I'm like, Brock is coming. I got to go. So now we get the 2 tickets. Kevin was covering. I actually had the 2 tickets, and I actually had invited Kevin to come, but Kevin was already covering. Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor was going to be out in Ohio covering the HorrorHound. So I'm like, yo, it's going to pay off because this is double whack. He's out in Ohio covering this and getting the drops that he get up. I'm in Boston, good-ass seats. The Usos came down on the side. So we were in Loge 3, 1 row up from the floor. And there's an aisle beside us on the left. My boys were on the right side of the Loge section. The Usos came down there. So when you watched Raw on Monday night, you saw my kids like all night long because their seats was right there, just up to the right. So when the Usos came down 1 row over. When Dominic Mysterio left the ring and went up in the audience, he was up in their area. So, Raw for us, it was a good night. I got to give WWE, there's one complaint I have with Raw.
Okay.
You're live, you got the show, and they're showing you the show, what people are seeing on Netflix up on the screen. But when you're at a live WWE Raw, you can't hear the commentators. And
right.
When they're doing the interviews with the wrestlers out back, like the Danhausen and all that stuff, you can't hear, you don't hear anything except like when they did the live interviews out with the audience, they piped that in. But I was like, okay, so I'm like, somebody's got to tell them, hey, I'd like to hear the commentary.
Yeah,
I would like to hear that pipe through. I know there was a guy in front of me. He had the Raw on his phone, and he had his head things in so he could hear the commentary. So I'm like, ooh, I said that's kind of a good idea, because you can still hear the crowd and all that stuff. It's a little bit ahead, but I said that's kind of a good idea. I FaceTime. I mean, Raw came right out the gate. Raw came right out, and I got to give Raw props. WWE has started doing this thing where the first time they did it with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and me and you talked, and we were like, yo, bro, that's different. This is something new. And this was when they were going to do the WrestleMania, and they met at the Georgia Stadium on the field, and they cut this cinematic type promo. And I'm like, we were like, yo, this is different. This was a different feel. And we were like, yo, they can't go back. They got to keep doing this. And WWE has taken this concept of these cinematic promos, and they're making the shit work. Because they showed the promo up on the Titantron. They showed it on the big screen. That promo of Obafemi from last week, and they made that cinematic look with the quotes and all that stuff. And I'm like, bro, whoever thought this and is doing this now, they need a raise. I don't know who's doing it. Whoever does.
That's a fact. They're killing it.
The shit is it sells. It gets you pumped.
That's a fact.
Because even though we were all sitting here last week and we was all like, oh, when they showed the clip of how it all went down, and then you didn't get to see the slam yet, and then they just started putting up the quotes from every place that talked about it. So it's almost kind of like WWE saying, if you didn't see it, this is how big it was. Because Yahoo Sports said this. Sports Illustrated said this. Everybody said, and if you missed it, you missed it.
Yep. And
it's the slam. So now I was, of course, I'm on social media, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, Brock's getting his lick back. I was convinced. I'm like, Brock's getting his lick back. I'm like, this is how it always works. I'm like, he's going to get an F5. And I thought, I'm like, okay, he's definitely getting his F5 off tonight. They're really going to build this up. And Brock come out, Paul Heyman come out, and they cut a hell of a promo. I go FaceTime with Kevin just so he could hear how loud when that Obafemi came out.
And let me say this too. Brock came out with that F5.
Whoa! That shirt was fire. I was looking for the shirt. That shirt was fire. It was the 2K font. That 2K font. That shirt was fire, bro. But Oba canceled all that. Oba canceled. And I was like, yep, he's getting his F5. And he didn't. He didn't. And not only did he not get F5'd, he gave Brock the clothesline over the top rope from hell, bro.
Facts. He flipped and then did another flip.
And Brock sold it. Brock sold the shit out because Brock went out the ring, hit the wall, and you felt for Brock because Brock had that look like, oh shit. Oh, the shirts, is it on the site now? How much?
Oh shit, hold on.
I see it. I seen it.
Yeah.
How much? It's on WWE?
$34.99.
Oh, that's a wrap. Tomorrow's payday. 2XL.
FAF5. That shirt is fire.
That shirt was crazy. Crazy. So what was funny is if you guys watched the episode of Raw, go back and watch. I got to start this little segment of Love at First Sight. 2 weeks ago, Jay Cargill comes out, and there was this little white kid, and he's looking at Jay Cargill like he's in love. I need you all to go back and look. I'm going to get it, and I'm posting it to our page later on. when Obafemi is coming, when he's coming down the walkway, there's a white lady. And yo, Oba walks past her, bro. Her face is like, it's like when the slave master brings that big buck home to the and she never seen a black man like that before. Bro, her face is the last time I seen a white woman look at a brother like that was the movie Mandingo, bro. Yo, I'm gonna pull it and I'm gonna send it to you, Kevin, and you're gonna die. Y'all gonna die laughing, bro. This white woman's face, and it's not like she's looking at him from the front. He goes past her, and then she looks down. She's looking at his ass, and her face is. I'm like, bro.
When I come to America, I'm going to find me a white woman.
I'm gonna oh man.
I'm going to find me a white woman.
It's funny as hell. So, that I'm like, okay, so Netflix is giving us this right out the gate. So then we go into Logan Paul and Austin Theory with the Usos, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Jey Uso. He's
the bloodline's returning, baby.
He's off the chain. He's a ruthless dog right now. They get DQ because they got the interference from LA Knight, who botched. Hey, did the botch go over on the air when he fell over the wall?
No, it didn't, but I seen the video. That boy took a super spiel. I saw the video. I said, oh my goodness.
I text Kevin as soon as it happened. I was like, did the botch happen on TV? Did you guys see it? I go, he fell over the wall.
Nope, it didn't. But somebody had it on video, bro, and they showed him hopping over. He hopped over and, bro.
It was funny as hell. So then, now we got another promo. There was a lot of promos cut Monday night. AJ Lee challenged Becky Lynch like
Yep.
we didn't know this was going to happen.
Yep.
Becky Lee come out, and Becky Lynch come out, then AJ Lee come out. But Becky come out, and she cut a serious promo. I was expecting Becky to torch Boston, which is something she always does. But she really kept it tame. She really didn't torch Boston. She did torch AJ Lee when she mentioned her daughter. Well,
which was
no. Becky mentioned her daughter skipping around the house because this, and then AJ came out and then threw it back at her and said about her daughter being her favorite wrestler, which was kind of funny. I don't know. When we talk about WrestleMania, I still don't know about this match, man. I really don't know about this match. And then it gets even more confusing because your boy is bouncy. Siobhan Evans takes on Grayson Waller, who has Kofi Kingston in his corner. And as you know, Kofi's been in the ear of Siobhan Evans trying to...
Yo, I hope they don't do that, man. That's all I'm going to say. But
so it was weird, and there were some points there where he, it was questionable as to what was going to happen. But Siobhan Evans was questioned later on in the night. He wants nothing to do with Kofi. So I think they're building up a feud between him and Kofi. I think that's coming. I think that's where they're headed with that. Then Seth Rollins came out and attacked Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman, by contract, had to go out there and speak to the Boston crowd. But it was funny because Seth came out right out underneath where we were sitting. And I knew something was up because they started clearing the pathways where they would, and I was like, somebody's coming out. I'm like, who the hell's coming out? So my boy Ron was with me. He's like, something must be coming out. So then we seen the person come out with the hood. As soon as the person come out, I knew it was Seth because I know his walk. So he come out and he jumped up on the table and he took it off. And then, they got the Boston cops come out. And just when you think Paul Heyman couldn't say some dirty shit, when he said that shit about
his daughter
going to jail and when he said you're going to jail and your wife's gonna get a divorce and then marry different wrestlers from the back, bro. That was uncalled for, bro.
But that wasn't the icing on the cake. It was the daughter line. That's what did it.
Oh, and that sent them off the edge. Seth comes in and you hit him with the mic, bro. Do that mic at him.
Yep.
I'm like, yo. Sometimes I be because I'm like, yo, I DJ with a mic, so I know WWE don't buy no cheap $12 mics, bro. They got the heavy magnets. Their mics are probably super condensed, heavy. I'm just telling you, I know their mics are heavy, bro. So that shit to get hit with a mic is gotta hurt.
That's tough.
It's gotta hurt. So, and then, before that happens, we go out back and we see I Show Speed is there, and he gets cursed by Danhausen.
I Show Speed.
And I feel like Braun Breaker will be coming back at WrestleMania. I Show Speed will be getting speared by Braun Breaker, because if you're going to curse I Show Speed, the last thing that happened to I Show Speed that was bad was that Braun Breaker spear where he nearly killed
20
that
miles an hour or 25 miles an hour, he cracked him.
So I think Braun will be back at WrestleMania. I think Braun is going to be the guy to spear I Show Speed and say he's back. Your girl looked pretty good. Bailey came out with like Valkyria. They defeated the Kabuki Warriors. What we've been saying is finally happening. The Kabuki Warriors are headed to breaking up. Kairi Sane is going to get tired of it, and it's going to be a wrap for the Kabuki Warriors. Io got in her ear and was talking to her, so that's coming. Then, finally, I've been talking about Netflix matches and being there for seeing some good-ass matches. I'll tell you, bro. I'm going to tell you something. Penta. Bro. To see his intro live, Kevin.
It's crazy.
They put a thing in the ring for the Flames in the ring, too. They put a thing in the ring.
Yeah.
Bro. That intro, when you see it live, the TV does it no justice. It does it no justice. Because the way they have that set and how it looks live is just crazy. Just crazy. And he came to the ring, and then we did that, and then the fire and the pinwheel, and I was like, bro, this is sick. I think I was so amazed I forgot to record it.
But I don't think you didn't record that one.
Yeah, it was so good. But again, Penta, look, people, if you don't understand anything about Dominic Mysterio right now, bro, this dude is the real. Dominic Mysterio and Penta had a hell of a match, and of course, Finn came out, which was crazy. Everybody went crazy for Finn when he come out.
Right.
Finn came out, and they're gonna build this whole thing up where Finn's gonna be getting Dominic back, but he ended up taking it out of JD McDonough on that night. But bro, Dominic is no joke. I've seen him live now 3 times, and Dominic is. There's a reason why he's the AAA champion, and he's got these belts. He's so over. The crowd responds to him. Him and Penta had the crowd going crazy for this match. But he's got to fight Finn, I think, at WrestleMania. I think Dominic and Finn are gonna get it in there.
He's not gonna fight Finn. He's gonna fight the Demon.
You think so? You think that?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna happen?
Yep. I think he's gonna bring it back. Something's gonna happen between now and then, where he feels like where Finn feels like he's gotta go into another bag. I just want to say this too before we get off of here too. Prayers for Bianca Belair. I don't know how true it is.
Oh,
but they're saying that she's at risk of
Sports Key this year. That I'm not a fan of Sports Key, but I saw she might be losing a finger. If she loses a finger, her career is done.
Her career is over. Yeah,
over.
Yeah,
over.
So, I'm praying that that's not true. I think they might have just been clickbaiting. We did see her share
on Instagram. She shared a video of her at physical therapy
rehab,
and she was supposed to close her hand and try to make a fist, and it looked like that it was so painful she couldn't close that fist. Now people, she didn't break the top of the finger. People, she broke her finger in the palm area down in here, and it's not healing right. So when she bends this finger, she's getting all this pain in here because your finger bones come down. They come down. Yeah. And she broke it down in here, and she may lose her finger, and that'd be horrifying.
That's what they say. We don't know if it's true.
That's
allegedly.
Like I said,
so
I know I saw a Sports Key this year.
I pray that that's not true.
Same. And on the other hand, we got to give a big shout out and congrats to Jimmy Uso and Naomi because their baby was born last week.
Oh, word. Okay, congrats.
So big ups to them. They shared a picture of the baby. Black baby, beautiful excellence. Wow, their baby's mad cute. I see their baby. I was like, yo, their baby's mad cute. But I don't understand. They put out a bloodline photo of the bloodline family. How does Naomi fit in when she's just a wife? How does she fit into that bloodline when she's a wife? She's not bloodline lineage.
Well, I mean, the baby is though.
The baby would be, yes, but they've got that. There's a poster that's out there right now with the bloodline and the lineage, and they have the women of the bloodline, and she's on there. Naya's on there. The daughter, Rock's daughter. But I'm like, why is Naomi there? She's not blood. She's just married to Jimmy. So I'm like, so I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know about. But then I had to go live again to Kevin because I wanted Kevin to see Boston. Boston was representing. CM Punk came out, talked this trash, but then Roman Reigns came out and Boston went crazy for him. The ones were up high for him. I actually posted the live on my page, and it was crazy, people. It was crazy. For me, last week, it's been a war of words, been a crazy war of words between these two. But what happened here has me worried. And I was kind of mad that Jay rehashed his whole I don't give a damn what blah blah blah. I didn't like rehashing words again, but there's tension there. There's some tension there. CM Punk keeps going on about he's not the real tribal chief. This was the second week in a row that CM Punk has said that Roman isn't the true tribal chief. Somebody else is. And I'm like, well, is he trying to say that Jay is really the tribal chief? Because Jay, at the end of the night, he ends up telling Roman, yo, end him. Yo, bro, don't let him get away. Yo, end him. And Roman listens to what Jay says, and then he spears CM Punk almost through the fucking mat. But now I'm like, okay.
Then he powerbombed him on the table.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, is there something here we don't know about between Jay and Roman? And
Jay may be his
thing
successor.
With Jimmy?
Maybe.
So
maybe
I'm like,
maybe he knows he knows that he's leaving and he's trying to get him because Jay's looking fit. Jay looking, you know what I'm saying? He done got it. He's getting his workout on. He's not looking. Yeah. He's looking like he. You know what I'm saying? He ready to take over some stuff. So
he don't want to lose them commercial deals.
Yeah, you gotta stop eating that Waffle House, nigga. Stop going at late at night with the Waffle House, bro. You know you love Waffle House. Stop going late at night. Man. If you go late at night and you eat some Waffle House, you gotta get up in the morning and hit that workout because that's what's happening.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna stick by my words. I'm gonna stick by my words. My boys, even I said this to my sons when we left at the end of the night, and I still feel that Roman and Cody both got to go on this promo tour. My son said they already did the promo tour. I'm like, no, there's still another tour for them to do before this movie comes out in October. They have to do.
But I don't think it's going to interrupt with them being. They did the major one last year, so this one I don't think it's going to interrupt with what they want to do with the championship. If they put the championship back around Roman, that's why.
So we'll see. I had a good time. I got to thank everybody that that I took some pictures with this old lady who was she had a wheelchair, assisted wheelchair, but she had Stephanie Vecchia horns on, and she had an Obafemi sign, and she was super cool. It was kind of funny because I walked up and said, "Oh my God, it's so cool," and it was an older white lady who, of course, she has a black Obafemi sign. She loves Obafemi. And then here I am, this big black dude who walks over and says, "I got to get my picture with you." She's like, "Oh, of course." She was hilarious. Yep. I should have known when I went over and asked her with a old white lady with an Obafemi sign. I should have known when I asked her if I could take the picture. So if you guys want to see the picture. And then I was like, "Oh, you didn't hold your sign up." I said, "Can we take another?" She's like, "Oh, of course we can take another picture. Let's go."
Yep.
Dude was like, "You made my mother happy. Thank you, man." I was like, "No problem, son. No problem." But it was a good time, bro. Good weekend for Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor. We was out here doing things. What's your podcast doing, bro?
What's your podcast doing? And next week, I don't know if we're gonna have a guest or not, but we will let y'all know. You'll find out one way or the other. Shout out to Joe for the the plug in again. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe. What's y'all podcast doing? Y'all know what we doing. You see what we doing.
To be honest, maybe we should try to get Joe on next week and just kind of give us an update on doing the Fanfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody. Shout out HorrorHound Weekend for the love. Shout out HorrorHound for having us. We will be back there in September for certain. All right.
Yeah, it is the funny thing. I know even they were probably like, "Damn, these dudes is already posted and tagging us."
Wasn't playing no games. We didn't play.
HorrorHound was probably like, "Damn."
I didn't tag them so much on TikTok. I know they're like, damn, they and everything that I posted on TikTok, HorrorHound. Everything I posted on Instagram, HorrorHound. So they're getting it, man. But,
so we got another question for you, real quick before we get out of here. We're a little over, but we had a question, and I was like, damn, really? Who do you guys think is more popular? Let us know. We had a thing pop up with Blue Meanie, and I forget who the other person was, but Kevin said you felt Blue Meanie is a bigger star.
Yeah,
ECW.
I mean, because of ECW. I mean, he is. I mean, I forgot who the other guy was, but if it's not Sandman, Taz,
Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, if it's not Sandman, Taz, RVD, Tommy Dreamer, or the franchise Shane Douglas, Blue Meanie is probably the next guy. Just being honest.
Good stuff, bro.
Yep.
Are we headed to operators now that we're getting ready to get off?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
All right. Well,
for my man Sinista1, it's your boy Lito. This is Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. Thanks for the love, y'all. Peace.
Hitting me in vantage points, so I can't abandon joints. Gotta grab the coins, pay me wickedly. Superman of Thor, who am I? Haters mimic me, and they fans cheer him on with their capabilities. Wow, double entendre, crazy lyrically. Had to read a page in Timothy to take it seriously. Cause I ain't scared, I ain't got no fear, baby, get with me. Open doors for the people, you can say it's chivalry. I drop bombs, it'll be a day in infamy. Mainly cause all my ops feeling painful instantly. Stay for sympathy, not me. Creating imagery that everybody you like I made a simile. Facts.